Hey guys, what's going on? RetroGamer here, and welcome back to another review featuring the Sega Game Gear. Released in 1991, the Sega Game Gear hit the shelves. So this was Sega's answer to the Nintendo Game Boy. As I said, this is what separated the men from the boys. So as we all know, the Sega Game Gear tried to outbeat the Game Boy. And I use try really tough there because it just lost a few qualities that the Game Boy had and that the Game Gear didn't. So, taking a look at the features of the Sega Game Gear. As we see, we have a good D-pad. It reminds me of the PSP D-pad, or like PlayStation 1 D-pad. 1 and 2, and start. And as we know, the Sega Game Gear is a full color system with a backlight, so that was one of the things that the Game Gear had that the Game Boy didn't. Here's the speaker over here. On the side, we have I think this is the volume wheel. No, is that the volume wheel? No, this is the brightness wheel, excuse me, for the brightness. This red up here is the on and off switch. This is the AC power adapter, which I highly recommend if you can do that because it really eats up the batteries. EXT port with the cover, headphones, and volume wheel. So, the reason why I mentioned the DC port is because of this. The 6 AA batteries. Oh my gosh. The Sega Game Gear can eat these things really, really quickly. So if you like the Sega Game Gear, I would really recommend getting a AC adapter for it. If you have the Sega Genesis Model 2, then you will be able to use that AC adapter for the Sega Game Gear. And then up top here is just the cartridge port. Now, as I said, the reason why I said trying is because the Nintendo Game Boy had pretty much all the third-party developers, and so Sega didn't have any of them to work for them, so they didn't have any third-party support, so they couldn't put out a lot of games like at once. So that was the problem, because I said the Game Boy had all the third-party developers, so Sega Game Gear, they couldn't put out as much games for it quickly as the Nintendo Game Boy. But the Sega Game Gear was still a very advanced system. It was a little bit more expensive than the Game Boy, actually a lot more expensive. It was like $149 back then, compared to $89 on the Game Boy. But the Game Gear was backlit, and it had color. I mean, come on. Look at this. I mean, yeah, it was good. The screen wasn't that bad, and before I put in a game, let me just show the game, actually. This is what the cartridges look like. They're pretty similar to the Game Boy, actually. It says Game Gear, this is X-Men. Has a little lip under here so you can pull it out really easy. And you just put it back there. Out. And try and start it up. If I can even get it... Oh my gosh, if I can even get this thing to work. Sometimes it takes a while to work, like, mine's like really old, like, I got this like at a yard sale, so... Let me see if I can even get... Oh my gosh. Ah, there we go! So, that's the Sega Game Gear, what it looks like. I wonder if the volume's up. There we go. There we go. Okay, where's the volume? No, the volume is up all the way. Oh my gosh. I think my volume's gone out after a while. And so... yeah, it's pretty standard. I mean, the screen was kind of hard to see. It was kind of like washed out. So that was a problem. But it worked pretty well in dark areas. Like, you know, I mean, with the Game Boy, you know, you couldn't really play it in dark. But hey, you were the cool kid because you had the Game Gear. But as I said, third-party support, it really kind of killed the Game Gear because they just couldn't put out a lot of games for it as quickly as the Game Boy did. But the Game Gear had really cool attachments too. It had this one attachment to where you could play Sega Master System games on your Sega Game Gear, which was really cool. I mean, hey, playing your Sega Master System games on the Game Gear, I mean, that's pretty dang cool. So guys, that was my review on the Sega Game Gear. So guys, RetroGamer, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for another review. See you guys then.